Good morning, all of you. So now if you notice it, the last chapter which will come under biology only, that is what our environment, chapter number 15. So the theme of this chapter is natural resources. So under the natural resources, it is used to come. So basically, it is a separate chapter in our class 10th. So 15th chapter. So from this, if you notice it, so the total marks, if you notice it, as we know, chemical substances means in the sense of chemistry, it used to come 10 mark. Next, biology, world of living. World of living, 13 marks will come. And as well as physics, effects of current, we used to get like magnetic effects, and as well as electricity, we used to get 12 mark. So chemistry, we used to get 10 mark. Biology, first two chapters. What is that? Reproduction and heredity. What is that? Heredity and evolution. And both 8th and 9th chapter, we used to get 13 mark. And as well as physics, you are going to get 12 mark. So now, last 5 mark. These all generally chemistry, biology, and physics. And the extra 5 mark is remaining. That 5 mark will come under this one. That is what you have to remember. So it's very important. And natural resources is separate, which will consider we will under as anything individually also we can. So this natural resources only, a few things, it is a theme actually, which will come as our environment. So this is the chapter 15 in our textbook. So the total marks will come from this chapter is 5 mark, but the questions will be very easy. But you have to learn everything very clear, because if you have to get 5 out of 5 out from this. So now totally 40 marks it is. So if you notice it under this, what is the things will come and what we need to study if you will not see. So as we know, natural resources, the chapter number 15, our environment is under this. So first of all, if you notice it in this concept, we should know, first of all, what is ecosystem. So this is all there in our textbook also. So few things is not there, I will say you that. So first you should study ecosystem. Next, our environment problems. So environment problem means, what is the environment problem? Example, guys, anybody? Environmental problems. For example, we can say mining, we can say deforestation, we can say
pollution,
extracting water, minerals, that is all, drilling the earth, pollution. This all will come under environmental issues. Killing a wildlife, economical, like environmental imbalance, global warming, very good, Almaty. So this is all we'll study under this one. So a lot of things is to come. So ecosystem, after that, environmental issues. Next one, the major one, which will protect us from the UV light, that is what? Ozone, and as well as ozone depletion. So what is happening? What is the reasons behind the ozone depletion? And if ozone depletion takes place, what it causes? The causes of ozone depletion and the effects of ozone depletion. And the next one we will study waste production and their solutions. Means what are the types of waste? We are producing bio waste, non-degradable, degradable waste, wet waste, dry waste, like the different varieties of waste we are producing, correct? Recycling waste, non-recyclable waste and all. So that is what? So whatever the waste production, how it is happening, what is the sources of waste and how we should manage, understand, and what is the solutions to manage their wastage. That is what? Or else reduce the waste or recycle the waste or reuse the wastage. So that is what we can say. Waste production and their solutions. Solutions in the sense of how we can prevent it, how we can reduce it, or how we can recycle it, how we can make it use of effective. That is all we'll study in this. So till here, somehow all the concepts is covered in our 15th chapter. That is what our environment. Now, which is not mentioned in our chapter, it is which we should study. That is only the last concept of under this natural resources. That is a simple concept which we will study in your lower classes. That is only biodegradable and non-biodegradable. Do you understand, everybody? So biodegradable and as well as non-biodegradable substances. So this is what we are going to study in the last concept of this chapter. So these all the things it will study. So we are going to get totally 5 mark. So there is no numerical, there is no difficulty things, nothing will be there. Everything which is like a general language and we general life also, what we are seeing in our surroundings only. So if you are little bit aware of it, the things, everything will be coming to you and you people can may easily score 5 out of 5. That is what I will suggest. So now you can see almost equal preference. You might be notice it because that is what I want to say. See, under chemistry, how many chapters? 2 chapters will come, 5 mark, 5 mark. Biology, 2 chapters. Let me take it is 6 plus 7. And physics, you can take but 2 chapters, 6 plus 6. So almost equal priority. Have you noticed it? Everything is almost equal, correct? That is what I'm saying. So every chapter is having equal priority now. So we cannot avoid any chapter. And this is the easiest chapter out of remaining all physics, chemistry, and biology. So that is why you can. And this is the chapter which you are studying from long back, from the class 8th. It is class 6th onwards, it used to come. The same things again and again, I am also going to say, and you are also going to study. So nothing new things you are studying here. So let us come to here. First of all, you come to know, as I told you, under the natural resources, we are going to study the chapter number 15 in our textbook. That is what? Our environment. So now please tell me, what do you mean by our environment? Anybody? Define our environment, please. That is the first thing. Individual definitions. Try to speak at least 2 or 3 members. So what is your view according to your, what do you mean by your perspective? What do you mean by environment? Anybody? Please respond. Anyone, please? You try to tell me, what do you mean by environment? Please. Nobody knows. Kindly.
The place we live in, our whole society, where we get all the necessities we want.
That's very good. That is also we can call it as environment. So that's little bit scientific definition. Very good, Sriya. Others, anybody? Try to communicate and open your mouth because this is a general chapter. It will. Yes, very good, Dharmati. Surroundings, very nice. Next. Yes, please. Surroundings in the sense of what it is. Arvind, Nitinath, try to communicate. That is what I'm saying. So, Elamati said that surroundings. What kind of surroundings it is?
Living and non-living things.
Very good. Living and non-living things. That is what we can say, biological word. Very good, Arvind. That's fine. Next. You think in your life, for example, see, when the time of birth to the time of death. After death also we have an importance of environment because we should decompose. Our body should decompose by something. That is what micro-organisms. They are also called as what? Our environment only. That is what. So all of you should remember, try to make your own things every time. This is a general chapter. That is why speak up, put a word at least in chart, then I can understand. So as Sri has said that what the things are present in our surroundings, and as Arvind said that, and Elamati also said that, the biological, living and non-living things. So make it as a 2 factors. So when you want to survive in this earth, we need a 2 kind of parameter. One is what? A physical parameters, and as well as next one is what? Biological parameter. Is it yes or no? So this physical world and as well as this biological world which is present in our surroundings, this both together we used to call as what we used to call our environment or our environment. Do you understand, everybody? So the physical and biological world where we lives is our environment. So if we'll take this environment, it includes the physical surroundings or the physical world. For example, if we'll take best example of our physical environment is air. So air also we can call it, what is another name of air? Anybody can say? Another name of air, what we can say? It is the atmosphere which is present in our surroundings. So if we'll take, and next one, the water bodies which are present, which is also under physical world only. So water bodies, like that, tell me water bodies. Next one, what will come? Soil. Soil in the sense of what? Land. And all these organisms, such as if we'll take plants, animals, and human beings, this everything we used to call it as what? Including the bacteria, fungus, all the things will come under. If we'll take here a biological world, plants and all will come. So everything we used to call it as what we used to call, guys? It is our environment, including the decomposers. Like after the death, it will start eating and they will decompose our body or any dead body, animal or else plants. That is what we used to call it as decomposers, like bacteria, virus, fungus, everything. So all these constituents of the environment, they are depends on one another. Do you understand? So we are depends on plants, plants are depends on some other thing, animals are depends on plants, and we are depending on animals, and on ours, somebody is depending like that. It is like everybody will consider all this, everything, including the water bodies, including the air, including the organisms like plants, animals, us human beings, all are, everybody is depend on one another. We cannot survive independently without the use of or without the involvement of our surroundings. So all these constituents, if we'll take of our environment, interact with one another and they will maintain a balance in the environment. That is only, like we can say, food cycle, oxygen cycle, nitrogen cycle, carbon dioxide cycle. These all you might be studied in the lower classes. Yes or no, guys? So that is ecological balance, we used to say. So now, whatever the things are present in this atmosphere or our environment, that should be balanced every time. If not, what? It will lead to the natural disasters, or else it is the, we can say even endangering species or extending species. Because of some imbalance, always it will cause us to the damage to the organisms. So that is why every constituents of this environment, they should be interact with one another. They should maintain that relation to balance this environment in a natural way. So we have to be, everybody need to be involved and everybody are depending on one another. That is what we used to call as our environment, where we will live together by depending on each other. That is only called as my surroundings is my environment, where I used to live. That is the place, all the physical factors and as well as the biological factors which will help me to survive is called as our environment. Understand, guys? Everybody, please respond. So that is what you have to write it. So it is all includes what? It is including the physical surroundings and as well as the biological factors like plants, animals, and other human beings, microorganisms. Everything is a part of our life. They are dependent on us, and we are also dependent on them. So like this is like everybody is having like what we can say, invisible relation. We are indirectly or directly, we are depending on each other, and we are trying to balance this environment, everything balancing in a natural way. So now if you take here, in this all the organisms, some organism is special. What is that organism, guys? Anybody can say? In this, let it be all the organisms you can take. Millions of organisms we have. So in particular, organism is having something special which will majorly destroy this environment. Who is that? Anybody?
Human.
Yes, please respond. That is also people don't know. That is only human beings. Do you understand, everyone? So human beings are the most dangerous organisms or species which will change the natural environment to fulfill their needs like food, clothing, housing, transport, and industry, etc., etc. So we are the one who will destroy the environment. Is it yes or no, guys? Please respond. And the major causes of, major defects of ecosystem or else the environment is causing by the human being only. So why I am saying human being? Anybody? Because of our needy, because of to fulfill our own needy, we will start uses of all the other environmental things or else ecosystem things for our own food or our own greedy or our own clothing or housing or is whatever it is, the transportation, urbanization, industrialization, everything, these all the things, including the uncontrolled activities of these human beings, they are damaging the balanced and healthy environment more and more day by day. You might be notice it. So all the industries causing pollution. We people are the human beings. We are destroying the water bodies. We are destroying the soil. We are destroying the atmosphere called as air. Everything. The major effect is by the continuous actions of the human beings. That is why we can say we are the natural destroyers. We are the we are like devils of this ecosystem. We human beings will always spoils directly or indirectly everything like a monsters. That is why, like even some like we can say environmental lovers, they will say that we people are the one who are the monsters, who are killing the animals, who are killing the plants, we are destroying the water bodies, who are destroying the soil, we are destroying the air, everything, including the space. We are not only the environment, our surroundings and out of environment also we are started spoiling. That is why we are called as a monsters of this world. So if you notice it here, this is all happening because of what? Because of to fulfill our needs. So every day we are having something need more. Every day we need our new things. Every day we need to extend our wishes, our greedies. So that is why we are causing to make this damaging a balanced and healthy environment more and more day by day. You are also reason for that, and I am also reason for that. Every human being in this world is directly or indirectly is playing a majority role in destroying this healthy and a balanced environment. That is. So that is what you need to remember. So now if you notice it, based upon this, all our environment, whatever the things we are wasting, whatever the things we are producing, that food we will start making into two things. That is what? Biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste. That is the first concept, because usually it is last I said, but it is first itself will finish it. That is what? A biodegradable and non-biodegradable substances. That is what we can study under as a waste. So now you tell me, if you consider here, every human being, including all people, if you're meeting, if you see all your friends are there. Now we all people will produce waste or not? Will you agree with that? Anybody is there who does not prepare a small amount of wastage in our everyday life? Every day, not particular day. Is it anybody? Please raise your hand. Those does not prepare, that does not make any waste. Everybody will make some certain waste. Is it yes or no, guys? Please respond.
Yes, sir.
So now, whatever the waste we are making, that all the waste we are going to classify, complete the waste we are going to classifying into two types. So what is the term? One is biodegradable waste. One is biodegradable waste and another one is what, guys? Non-biodegradable waste. Okay, guys? So now let us come to what do you mean by this biodegradable, non-biodegradable? So now you can see, because of our various activities in our daily life, you might be eating chocolate, you might be throwing something, whatever it is, even everything causes some wastage. Whatever the action you people will do in our daily activity, definitely it will cause some wastage. Yes or no, guys? So that is what now let us see. For example, if you take all the waste materials produced by us, by various activities, if you take even man and as well as animals, they are poisoning to some extent, and they're poisoning the environment in some level every day. And this all the waste is produced by every action of men and as well as animals. We are going to divide into two main groups. That is only one is a biodegradable wastage and another one is non-biodegradable wastage. So now let us comes to here. First one, let us see somebody of you speak and you tell me what kind of biodegradable waste you people are preparing in our daily day. Means you people are making in our daily life. Anybody, please? What is our biodegradable wastage we're producing in our regular life? Anybody, please? First of all, let me know what do you mean by biodegradable waste? Which is more harmful to the society, either biodegradable or non-biodegradable? Ecosystem. Non-biodegradable is even having a more defect to this environment. So now let us see what is the major biodegradable material which you people produce in our daily life?
Peels of vegetables and fruits.
Very good. Every day we are consuming. Very good. That is kitchen. Kitchen is a majority wastage of biodegradable. Yes or no? Biodegradable waste. Very good. Others, you are all student. You are all making a regular wastage of something. That is what a biodegradable. What is that? Please.
Paper.
Paper. Very good. That is what. So now let us see. Biodegradable means, all of you should remember. So the biodegradable means in the sense of the waste materials which can be broken down to non-poisonous substances in nature. That is the meaning of that. Means whatever the waste it is, we can break it into, again we can make a non-poisonous to this nature. That kind of substances, non-poisonous in nature, is due to what? They will start decomposing, understanding, within a action of time, within a course of time, by the action of microorganisms like bacteria and fungus or whatever it is, other organisms. They are called as biodegradable waste. Means they will eat, means will make by eating by the microorganisms. Do you understand, everybody? Microorganisms. So this all biodegradable waste, they will break down and they will cause us non-poisonous to this environment. So that is what we used to call as biodegradable waste. So within a due period of time or within a given period of time, this all the wastage which will come under biodegradable, which will be eaten by these microorganisms like fungus and bacteria, and they will naturally becomes harmless after some time. So that is what we can say. It will start decays or decompose is a suitable word which we can use it for biodegradable. A simple language, if you want to say biodegradable, means a waste which can decompose us. Do you understand, everybody? Which can decompose us or decays naturally. By whom, guys? Naturally by whom? Naturally by whom, guys? Naturally, and becomes harmless after some time. So by whom it is done? That is what I am asking my question. Nitinath, Kevin?
Microorganisms.
By the decomposers. Understanding? Yeah, decomposers we used to call as, this decomposers only we used to call as microorganisms. That is what you need to remember. So that is the first thing which you need to remember. So please all of you write. Definition first, right? Biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste. Waste we can classify into two types. One is what? Biodegradable waste, and second one is non-biodegradable waste. So keep heading biodegradable waste. Biodegradable waste. Now you remember, it is not the MCQ exam. So a sentence formation, a descriptive way of answering should be very, very proper. So it's no guarantee that they might be having, they will never ask definitions. Having a chances of asking definitions also, if you are enough lucky. That is what I'm saying. Everything you have to learn in a proper language should be a systematic and error-free, grammar error-free. It should be a proper sentence. So always you have to practice that, because descriptive exam always leads to that only. So make it everything. Write it now. Biodegradable waste, right? Those waste materials which can be broken down, those waste materials which can be broken down to non-poisonous substances, to non-poisonous substances in nature, in due course of time, by the action of microorganisms, like certain bacteria and fungi are called biodegradable waste. Call your friends also, let them join. Kavya, have you understand? Biodegradable waste. Call your absentees. Biodegradable waste. Now if you notice it, guys, these biodegradable waste, what they will happen, guys? They will start decomposing, or they will decay naturally by decomposers or organisms, and becomes what? Ultimately, they will become what? This is the most important thing. What is that? They will become harmless after some time. Harmless to whom? Ours or environment? Ours or environment? It will become harmless to the environment. So that is what we used to call as biodegradable waste. For example, let me take the cattle dung. So you all people know that. So now cattle dung is the excretory thing of animals, or the majority, including the human beings. Now you tell me, so this cattle dung, what will happen, guys? Is it a biodegradable waste or not? Please respond. Yes or no? Cattle dung is a biodegradable waste or non-biodegradable waste? That is what my question. Everyone? Anybody? So the cattle dung will come under a biodegradable waste. Why, guys? Anybody can tell me? Because if we'll take, including the cattle dung and as well as the compost, which we are making in our home, like Varsini said, vegetable peel and etc., eggshell and other anything which is related to the vegetables, and as well as extra rice, or else like anything like food products, anything which you wasted, that all the things will come, we can say, as a compost. Now this, we can make it everything. All the things will come under what? Biodegradable waste only. So if we'll make this compost, this is the manure made from decayed vegetable stuff. Understand? So this is cattle dung, which will be turned into again a manure only. So now, so this manure means what, you guys? You know, correct? So one place where people will store the cattle dung. So after that, with the help of some kind of beetles and microorganisms, it will be turned into a very fertile in nature, which will help to grow the plants, and as well as certain kind of everything, microorganisms like earthworms and all, they will start making this cow dung into a fertile soil, or else a fertile substance which will help to grow the plants or cultivation. So that is only we used to call it as manure. So same way, if we'll take the compost, as I told you, compost is made up of by what, guys? Compost is made up of by decomposing or a decaying of what? Decaying of vegetable stuff. So what do you mean by vegetable stuff? Anybody? So means in the sense of like a peel, understanding, or else any plants under you. Suppose you might be notice the kira. We can say like leaves, curry leaves and all. So these all the things if will decompose. That is what we used to call it as compost. So if we take these are the examples of biodegradable waste. Now, anybody can tell me what is the other examples of biodegradable waste? Anybody? What you know? Try to speak. So I want the examples of biodegradable waste. Yes, please respond, guys. Yali, Nitinad.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please respond. What is the examples of you people knows? Other examples of biodegradable waste. As I told you two now. One is cattle dung, as we all know that excretory thing of animals, and as well as compost, which is prepared by our kitchen. In our kitchen, whatever the waste is coming, not the covers and all, plastic and all, only a peeling, vegetable peels or else this extra, that whatever it is, the wastage or spoiled fruits or spoiled vegetables, this all it will decompose or decay. That is what we used to call as compost. So it will make a manure made from this vegetable. That is what we used to call as compost. That is from the plants majorly. Now, what is the other example? Other examples of biodegradable material. That is what I want. Anybody? Tell me what you know at least. What is the other biodegradable materials? Girls, you might be using handbags. You are using a handbags which is made up of, what is the famous handbag? Leather. Correct or not? So leather handbag. So now leather is also degradable or biodegradable? Degradable only. Next, after our death, you might be notice it, bones will form. So these animal bones, everybody, including our bones also, degradable, biodegradable only. Next, if we'll take tea leaves, your mother or you are preparing tea, after that you are getting wastage, tea wastage. So that all the tea leaves, what is that? Biodegradable waste. Like that, tell me what you people know. You are using wool? Wool is a what? Animal fur. Is it yes or no? Biodegradable waste. Next, paper is what? Biodegradable waste. Wheat, what you are using? Biodegradable waste. Wood, what we are using? Biodegradable waste. Like that, tell me, you are using cloth. What cloth? Cotton cloths. Cotton is a biodegradable waste. Jute bags. Nowadays, you can see our school also will give you jute bag for carrying books. Have you noticed it, guys? Yes or no? And most of you are using a jute bag for carrying lunch also. So that is all what? Jute is a what? Please respond. Is it a biodegradable or not? Jute is coming from...
Biodegradable, sir.
Jute is coming from whom? Is coming from jute plant. Yes or no? Yes, please respond. So now, same way, how many of you know hay? Hay means what? The dry grass. Hey, you people know Tamil Nadu majorly, you might be noticing they will make it into rolls. Dry gas, rice plant gas, after once it is cutting, they will make it into rounds. Yes or no? Hay we used to call it as. So that hay, you can see, that is what we can say stacks of plants, rice plants. After removing the rice, we can use that. That is what we used to call it as hay. That is for animal feeding, we can use animal food. That is also we used to say biodegradable waste. Like that, tell me, everybody. So fruits are biodegradable waste. You can take vegetable peels are biodegradable, and you can take leaves are biodegradable, flowers are biodegradable, cake and etc. Food, what we are making, everything, chicken, mutton, everything, if it is wasted, everything will go under biodegradable only. Now, my question is, this is for everybody. Is it they will pollute the environment or not? That is what my question. Is it the biodegradable waste will pollute the environment? That is what my question. Please respond. Everyone, try to tell me the answer. Yes,
Sir, for
the
some
biodegradable
time,
waste, usually they will pollute the environment or not?
sir, biodegradable waste for maybe some time it may pollute the environment, because it will not, like as soon as we throw it, it will not decompose. So it will take some
Very
time.
good.
So between that,
That is-
maybe it will take some time and block the system and stuff.
That is very nice. That is what the general, that is the only the exact thing. Basically, biodegradable waste usually do not pollute the environment. Do you understand, guys? They usually, what is the nature of the biodegradable waste? They cannot harmful to the nature. They are not the nature. They don't have a nature to pollute this environment. But biodegradable waste pollute the environment only when their amount is large. For example, you might be noticing somewhere of your street, somewhere in the corner, all the wastage they used to throw